very strong in lanes and should, in theory, be winning. I feel at least 2 of them.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'm very interested to see how this like last pick is gonna play out. Ramsey's late game for him, sad face.
Yeah, last game.
Yeah. Oh, is it last game?
He said last game, yeah.
Unlucky. If only you had won some more games.
Oofed. That hurts. That hurts, man. There's like a time and a place, and he's sharing his heart with you, you know, and you just fucking ruined him.
That's all right. It's all right. It's one of those things that like you gotta have fun with it every once in a while.
No, for sure. All right, a big wraparound from G2.iG. Didn't find anything. Saw the same move from Gaming Gladiator, so maybe copying each other's homework there with the deep wrap.
So they are playing Kiyotaka on support. Yeah. Oh. It's Mid Spirit Breaker by AFO.
Oh.
So I expected it to be Mid Spirit Breaker when we saw the pick. I mean, where there's a fight breaking on top. I don't think anyone's gonna die. So I want to talk about this lane here for a moment. When I saw the Spirit Breaker pick, I assumed it was going mid lane, and then with the Necrophos, I was like, maybe you can take Enchantress mid. But then they locked Rubik for Kiyotaka, and it looks like he's gonna be playing 5 Rubik, and we'll be seeing Solo taking the Enchantress to the off lane as the 4.
Maybe they're already leaking their roster changes. You know, it's like.
They're like, we've already moved the roster around enough. We might as well do it again.
But Alpha Ninja used to be a mid laner, right? So he moved from mid to then go to support for this team. So all right, sure. All right. Last game of the tournament, they have some role swaps occurring. We'll see if they perform better with this setup. I guess that kind of leads into my point when I said the core has to play support and they go Rubik. Look at it. Oh god.
I'm a little bit curious to see how this one's going to play out, because I can't imagine that this lane is playable for a Spirit Breaker once he hits level 2, and NTS is just going to constantly bully him in this lane.
Yeah, it's a pretty miserable lane, right? Because like Necrophos will always beat pretty much any melee hero because you're tanking the death pulses, you're in range of just constant right clicks, you go to CS and suddenly now they're getting healed up. It's so difficult. Of course, when Spirit Breaker hits maybe, let's say, level 4, Clinks does go down in the bot lane. You get some more points in like charge and bash, then you can talk about hitting some creep waves, but yeah, it's not fun. He has 2 CS to 11. Like this is... So he got 1 CS per charge right now. So every 22 seconds, he can get potentially 1 through to 4 CS. And his courier just died with boots on it. Oh god.
Well, top lane, we're going to see another kill come through with Bobika's rotation to the top side. They help bring down the Enchantress. So, good play from him. He can always just take the portal as well, so he's not under too much threat. Or are they just thinking of leaving JT bottom solo? And I actually really like this idea. They have absolutely no kill threat on this Primal Beast. But, okay, it looks like X-Nova is going to come down. So they are just swapping lanes. And Solo is here now on the Enchantress, so the pull back. And the onslaught away, of course. Oh, he got hit by the tomato. That slowed him down quite a bit.
Very strange things occurring in this game right now from 9 Pandas. The last game, sure, they lost it, but there was like a competitive edge to it. And so far with their laning setups, what's happening, it does feel a very different 9 Pandas now coming into this final game of their tournament.
Yeah. Charge back into the mid lane as AFO will show up, gets himself a deny, and loses almost half his HP.
It's 21 for 10 to the 5 and 3. Like, this is such a... this is probably worse than the Lina into Storm matchup we saw the other day.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely getting there. I mean, the thing is like, there's nothing you can do to push this Necro out of this lane at the moment.
I don't think there's even a rotation that can be made, right? Like Rubik and Ench,
yeah, exactly.
They're not going to move towards...
Oh, he forced the creep wave.
Yeah.
Oh, God. NTS is just mind gaming this Spirit Breaker.
Oh, the double for...
But I mean, yeah, he's just getting so much sustain and out of this Heartstopper at the moment. Double bracer and the boots. It is just, it's, I would say, problematic to say the least.
He's been back to base more times than he's got denies on Spirit Breaker, it feels like.
Very close. V2 almost falling in the bottom lane there on the tail end of that onslaught. As there is a Bobica. Just roaming around, seeing if he can find him at all, but it will be Solo trying to heal him up here with the spirits.
Oh, Spirit Breaker's coming bottom.
Okay, I mean, I feel like this is what you have to do. I don't know what other options you have at this point. He's just got to try and get active at these side lanes. The charge will come through, connect onto 2. There will be a Blood Right that does connect onto the Clinks. Afo needs some bashes, but he is not getting them. And mid lane, it will be the Rubik, who's like, all right, I guess I will play mid.
Kitaku's like, guys, I'm sure I know we have more items at 5 minutes on mid. I don't know what's up, sorry.
Top lane, Ramses taking a beating here as he is left alone, and it's only a matter of time before one more auto attack. Ooh, survives for the moment, has the Fairy Fire still available. They're going to turn it around on the Monet. The sprites from Solo healing him up. And Monet will just go back to farming.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That was very close. The tower armor plus the stick just literally a fraction of HP enough to survive.
I'm just a bit confused in this game, I'll be honest, boss.
Yeah, I mean,
Pandas aren't really playing Dota. They're just playing mini games.
Yeah. Some fighting in the bottom lane as V2 will be able to survive, but it's setting up potentially for a fight top as Afo finally coming in here with the charge, does connect onto the Chaos Knight as a spear back, will pin him against the tree, and they'll find the kill. Your mid laner is essentially a roaming Spirit Breaker now. I mean, they have fully committed to swapping roles at this point, right? Like, there is no option.
But now Rubik's back to mid, so Kiyotaka started as the 5 position, he's now playing the mid lane, and he's about 5 seconds away from having more CS than the Spirit Breaker who started in mid lane. Yeah, this is some very, very wacky Dota to conclude the Group B out, but yes, we need to expect Alpha Ninja to be very active on the map. There is no lane he can sit in. He just needs to try and find kills, but not overforce his hand. He can't force his team into bad fights.
Well, they're trying to go for X Nova here, but it's going to cost you your Mars, so a 1-for-1 trade, and Monet just feeling incredibly confident in this top lane. Now that he is reset, come back with full HP, has stick and the Lotuses to play with.
The Necroforce is 51 CS to 24 denies. He's 150 gold away from boots to travel. And then there's already a lot of side lane aggression coming out from the Primal and Centaur. You throw in some early TP in, that's going to be quite the entry to the mid game, yeah. He has Scythe available, he's not had to use it yet, so you got to be careful with your 9 Pandas.
I feel like Necro is just one of the most snowbally heroes in Dota, right? Like, he's incredibly item dependent, which is why you don't really ever see this hero ran outside of the core role. But when you just have a start like this where you are basically uncontested in the mid lane, I mean, his net worth isn't insanely impressive compared to what we've seen some heroes, but it's the fact that he has completely removed the mid laner from the enemy team, and he has free roam to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how G2.iG want to utilize him though. Like I just mentioned, he has the TP for side lanes, he has that Scythe. On the flip side, mid tower is already half HP, so they could just come to this lane that is relatively free and just unlock an early tower. Evoker, he's only 500 gold away from the Solar Crest on this Clinks, and some pretty good timings soon coming out if they want to start poking them.
Yeah, he can kind of just like farm, right? Like, what are they gonna do? I will say the Bloodseeker is doing fairly decent at keeping up in net worth. We're going to see a jump here onto this Rubik JT with the Pulverize, though. Combine that with, of course, all the damage here from the Clinks. I don't think you're getting out of this one. One more auto attack. It goes to JT's Primal. And top lane, the Reaper Scythe comes out. So we're going to see the first rotation with those Boots of Travel like he talked about. And that will be enough to secure a kill onto Ramses.
Slowly progressing the map, slowly trying to pressure down. Right, you're taking away the enemy jungle. You're hitting on the top tier 1 tower. And then Pandas. V2 has to have an incredible game on this Bloodseeker. Already queuing up the BKB. He has the Maelstrom so far about to be completed. Maybe if he has like Maelstrom, BKB, Nullifier, kind of that category of itemization, then he might be able to play out the game, but a lot of time is needed for them to feel good. Maybe they could smoke up. They have Phase Boots on Spirit Breaker, soon to be level 6 on Rubik, plus the Arena. Heroes can die. They just need to be in position on 9 Pandas to get that damage out. It will not be a comfortable game as we enter the kind of the middle portion of it.
And the good news is both mid laners from 9 Pandas are about to be level 6.
Wow.
So you have
I
that
don't think
going
we'd
for
ever see
you.
dual mid in a competitive game before. Maybe this is new tech, the idea of like you give levels to one hero and then you swap them out real quick.
And we'll see how it works out for them. Bold strategy indeed. Meanwhile, top lane, we're going to see a fight break down as the... quick kill onto the Grimstroke is fantastic. If Ramses can get out of here solo, trying to hobble away, but there are numbers for the side of G2.iG, and it works. Yeah, Bloodseeker with the Rupture. I think he might just settle here for the Clinks. But in comes JT. The cancel on the Onslaught. The Rupture will get thrown onto the Primal Beast, but he's like, all right, I'll just stand there. I don't really care all that much. The Reaper Scythe comes out. It's not enough to finish off the Mars, and Monet is in really deep. The Spear ends up pushing him to safety. As now it's green light for JT. The Rupture is expired. He's got an Onslaught in 1. He'll just use it to go to safety. A little bit of miscommunication there, potentially, from the side of 9 Pandas on if they want to fight or not.
They just had such a lack of damage as well, right? It's like they kind of want to fight, but then in the comms, like, guys, look at what we are. You think we should be here? And then they reflected and they eventually disengaged. Signs of life. V2, though, he is one component deep towards BKB. They're trying to go into the Necrophos mid. They have got the Stolen Death Pulse. They do have the Never Strike available.
Are they
going to kill him?
I think.
They got him?
Yeah. This is what I was talking about when I saw them go kill Tiger Rubik. I'm like, it's fine when he gets level 6 because he gets Death Pulse, but they just didn't do that, so I was a little bit confused. So, all right,
this could
the dual mid worked.
The player that played mid and has the highest net worth gets to stay on the team post.
This is your trial period.
This is literally a live trial by fire. Oh my god. What a ruthless team that we are watching. Ramses was like, okay, if you want to stay on this roster, the following must be done.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right. NTS really wants to finish off this tower. He had the Radiance queued up, now has the Yule Scepter instead, which I understand completely. This game, it is important, right? You want to be able to deal with this Spirit Breaker who's not going to have a Dispel anytime soon. Also buys you some space as well if you get stuck in like the Arena or even just Bloodseeker's Rupture. So I think maybe to play a little bit faster.
Dire are scanning.
It also shows that the fact that he wanted Radiance was how free the game was, and there's a little bit of pushback, and he was like, wait a second, we could throw this game, let's calm down for a second. JT on top of the Enchantress with the Inksol with the Trample. Hasn't gone for the Pulverize yet.
Yeah, nice cancel there from Ramses. All right, good stuff. Mid play there, he like enchanted the Mud Golem to try and like slow down the Primal Beast so he'd have like a boulder toss. That's pretty good plays there. No, I mean, expected, right? Solo is a very good Enchantress player.
Yeah, he holds himself as probably one of the like top 4 or 5 If you look at like the history of Enchantress players, he's up there, 100%.
Top lane. Oh, let's see if they can make this work. Yeah, they will. JT able to get on top of Ramses, and just the Primal Beast Grimstroke duo is always so scary. So really smart stuff there. As Afo, everyone throwing their hands in the air for high fives as he's just charging right into NTS. The high five is gonna connect, and there's the Yules. So he might not have known this Yules was available, as this will cause some serious problems for him. There's gonna be the pulverize into a Reaper's Scythe as NTS will grab his second stack of the game. And Rubik steals pulverize. Okay, there you go.
Big still. Yeah, I think G2.iG there, they're now respecting 9 Pandas quite a lot, right? I think Monet's like telling the team, I can't really draw myself into too many of these engagements, but Boca is trying to set up top onto Ramses. There is no Scythe though. They have the Yules for a TP cancel, but they're in the area. They're right behind him. Are they on too far?
We'll have to see. I mean, the arena doing some good work. The rupture there. The stolen pulverize from Kiyotaka is doing work. And V-Tune, of course, with the chase down. 2 nice kills. You got to be so careful when Rubik gets this spell. And Ramses show. I mean, I want to, point out that last game he also had some very good catches on the Mars. So this game, once again, just showing that you got to pay attention to this guy's placement.
Oh, JT with the blink dagger. Instantly getting cancelled by Rubik. So showing that they have vision there. It does actually just expire. The real question is, when's G2.iG going to connect more heroes into their engagements, right?
Right about now, it would appear, as they grab Ramses on the top, Afo on the run. You don't have a Reaper Scythe available, but you got plenty of damage. So pulverize to finish him off. The kill goes to NTS anyway. And now he queues up his Radiance. He's like, okay, I got my Yules. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but he does need to feel like he's doing a little bit more damage.
Yeah, it's like you buy Yules, it's like, yo, Captain, I got one utility item. Can I go fun? He's like, yeah, all right, boss, off you go. Enjoy yourself. They have Scythe up, so I feel like they should be setting up on the sideline. Ramses, he dies top, comes bottom. Primal and Grimstroke are in the high ground with the TP on Necro. Could just die again. Yep, TP's coming in.
Yeah, into the Reapers, perfect timing. That's such good stuff, man. And the more and more that you can just keep stacking these up, like this one is level 2 Reapers this time, whereas the other ones were level 1. But I mean, the HP regen definitely matters. Becomes very problematic.
We'll see what their next move is for G2.iG. Specifically the CK, right? Sitting at a scoreline of 1-1 and 2. He has Armlet, Echo Saber, a component or 2 towards Heart. So, well, he looked to complete that before entering. Of course, as soon as you get tankier against Bloodseeker, it just feels better. In the early game, Rupture is great to put on heroes that need to utilize mobility. As the game goes longer, you can put it onto heroes that do the most damage to prevent them moving in the fight position to do such damage. So it's like you would like Rupture Primal in the first portion of the game. As it goes longer, you then maybe Rupture, let's say, the Necrophos or the CK. But
yeah,
realistically, Rupturing Necro is also really bad because you kind of damage soak anyways. But the point stands, just don't Rupture Necro.
Yeah, I mean he'll eventually go for a shard as well, which will help do a lot of work against the tanky heroes of the Primal Beast and the CK. Of course, is both of them love to build Heart of Tarask, and Bloodseeker has always kind of been one of those heroes that can scale exceptionally well into them. It's kind of nuts that you can just buy a better version of Feast in essence. So.
G2.iG, they continue the farm. 6,000 gold now at the 18-minute mark. V-Tune, as mentioned, he has the BKB. So a little bit of tankiness now in play for the carry of the side of 9 Pandas.
Radiant are scanning.
What will be their next move? Both teams are so content with doing nothing right now.
Yeah,
JT's
they are.
kinda
I mean, it's
hunting,
favoring
but-
G2.iG. And Kiyotaka needs a spell for sure here on this Rubik, but can't really find one. $7K gold lead on G2.iG. I mean, it has just been slowly but steadily building here over the last like 4 minutes roughly. And do they have any intention of slowing down? Like, do they need to? NTS in the mid lane is going to catch the arena. V-Tune comes in as well. He gets the Ghost Shroud off, trying to heal, has a Yules to buy himself some space, and oh boy, he's still alive. Has a Reaper's Veil, but the Stolen Pulverize will get him. Perfectly played there from Kiyotaka. Monet needs to be a little bit careful, but in comes JT on the Primal Beast. He gets the kill to skewer away. Won't push him into the tree, and now Ramsey's doing his best to run, but a beautiful Ink Swell there from Xnova will help find the kill, and JT trying to get away, but the impetus damage from Solo. This guy started transition to a carry. He's got a Growth Bow, he's got a Dragon Lance. V-Tune throws out the Blood Right, but it's not enough. Monet grabs the kill. So a 3 for 2 at the end of the day.
Just the pain I saw when I saw the CK kill the Bloodseeker. I've been there like a million times. It's like, oh, okay, see. Oh, wait a second. He still has his ult. He has the reality. No. Of course, CK was so strong throughout TI, but yeah, G2IG. Necrophos was tanky enough to at least open up the fight to eventually go their way. It helps that they have this lead. And another time NTS changes build, but they go on to the Necrophos. He gets ruptured up, holds his ground, but with the Stolen Pulverize, Kiyotaka stealing that spell multiple times now in a row. Of course, one of the easier spells to steal. No, it's just the time spent getting it is so many resources used, right? Alpha Ninja's dead, Bloodseeker's on a quarter mana, Mars is hit by the Soulbind, and Monet didn't have to use ult. It was of course on cooldown until just now. Comes back up, and V-Tune overstays his welcome, and then also does perish. Necrophos went from boot to travel Radiance to wait a second I need Yules to Yules Radiance into wait a second let me go Heart.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say I think Heart's just better on this hero because you eventually just go Aghanim Scepter and that just does as much as a Radiance, or if not more. And there it is. Yeah, he just queues up the Heart Ags. So I like this a lot more. Okay, they're gonna smoke up here. Where is Afo? Okay, so Afo did end up going for the Shadow Blade this game, as Kiyotaka has the Glimmer Cape going for an Aether Lens. So he's still kind of playing as the support here. I mean, I guess they're both really just supports here. The good news is Spirit Breaker, even from a support role, does eventually scale really well. So he can still have a lot of impact this game.
Where are they going to be
tier 1
now?
tower, it looks like.
It's like they're smoked up, but they don't find anything, so they go towards the mid tower. G2 are also wrapped around behind them.
They are indeed, and there is JT with the blink right into the Pulverize, and he's gone. No one there to save him. I mean, that was so fast.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Klink's in real far. Okay, so a little bit of miscommunication maybe as they backed away, but meanwhile, a fight breaking down. The BKB comes out from the Mars. He does have the arena to work with. JT taking a beating here, especially under the face of this Rupture, but he gets the TP out, and the Reaper Scythe once again claims a kill. It's going to be the Rubik. Mars will just trap 3 inside the arena and try and just disengage, and she will be able to. Solo needs to be careful as well.
Doesn't it just feel like the slow walk down of the game, right? Like, 9 Pandas look for something, they don't really connect, and then G2IG just group up and go, wait a second, why are we like, making this fight so awkward? Like, the mid Spirit Breaker Asterix, not really very much mid Spirit Breaker, has no presence in the fights.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead again, it looks like, so... Not really any way out of that. Good plays there from both Xnova and Nothing to Say, just making sure not to let this Spirit Breaker you know, just like cut these lanes constantly, which is what we've seen them be a complete nuisance at. And Boboka's going to chase after Ramses maybe, as we're going to see JT try and collapse on him as well in the mid lane. Will he find him? Oh. There's going to be a nice initiation. Great blink dodge there, as that will set up a free kill for them. Goes the way of the Clinks. As this dude almost has a Lincolns now.
Yo, open up the items on all heroes, please. I need to look at G2.iG real quick. What do you see on Monet?
I see a heart.
And what do you see on Nothing to Say?
Another red orb thing, looks like a heart of Trask.
And what do you see on JT?
That is a heart on the courier on the way.
Woo, baby!
Hey, by the way, we're out of the heart blade mail meta though. Meanwhile, inside the base they go. The BKBs popped out from V2 to try and survive. Afo takes a huge amount of damage there from Monet. The dust is there. They get the kill. Reaper is not expended as JT now thinking of just going for more, and why not? Who's gonna stop him? He just kills him. He doesn't even need vision. The trample's enough. Ramses with the arena trying to pin him down. The flak is doing some work, but these guys are just way too tanky. Nothing to say, looking for an opening. He's got the Reaper Scythe available. Ramses with the BKB saying, dude, give me something. Monet, will he even die? It doesn't look like it. And there's the Reapers. Finally, Afa will find the kill. V-Tune, this base does not belong to you. This is all G2IG's, baby. They walk away, only losing the CK, forcing a buyback and getting 4 kills in the process.
And just the discipline from the supports from G2IG. They see their triple heart cores diving their base. They're like, wait a second. We don't have no heart. We're not going to be diving. So yes, the CK goes down. The Clinks, the Grim, they sit right by the tier 3 area. Like, you got this, guys. We believe in you. Keep it up. 16,000 gold. 25 minutes into the game. Does 9 Pandas even have enough damage if they're to isolate a hero? It's like they need, I feel like, all 4 or 5 heroes to get a single kill.
Yeah, it's really starting to feel that way.
It's 4,100 HP on CK, 3,000 HP on Necrophos, 3,300 HP on Primal Beast. You pair that with a Lincoln's and Solar Crest and Clinks that he can just throw into the mix, like...
And Inkswell.
And Inkswell. Whew.
Yeah, it just seems never ending here as Ramses will get a nice spear to pin down V-Tune, but the physical damage from the Clinks pushes him completely away. JT under the cover of the Rupture, though, needs to be a little bit careful. And it looks like they might finally have the damage to bring down this Primal Beast. They do. So a good find. The question is, can they get more? Boboka on the side here, just playing around on this Clinks. Feeling pretty strong, thinking of maybe looking for more, but they will back away. So a little bit overconfident as they didn't really have the numbers. But they do force a reaction. They get, you know, the BKBs out and Afo in the mid lane. Dude, this Clinks damage is absolutely wild.
It's just a 4th core at this point, right? Like, he's got more net worth than... Oh, actually, he's kind of going even with Ramses, right? But he has the same economy of a core player looking to go Deso after. First rotation of the game is going to be going the way of G2IG. This is...
I just want to point out it's the dual mid's not looking so hot at this point.
No, yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, I was real worried real quick, actually.
In case you guys were wondering. He has gone and queued up the Midas now on Afo. He's like, all right, our only play here is late game, right? Like, I don't think you can take these fights anymore, 5v5. Like, they are just far too strong. And I think you're lacking just too much damage here on the side of 9 Pandas now. So Afo will just be split pushing. That's the word. Instant cancel and instant steal. Pulverize now in the hands of Kiyotaka. Ramses forced the BKB. Maybe a little bit a little jumpy there potentially. Oh, mid lane. Spear will grab the Primal Beast. The onslaught canceled by the God's Rebuke. Very nice play. And Solo. Okay, let's be real here. Solo is going to be the other mid laner. He does a lot of damage here. Witchblade, Dragonlance, Grove Bow. Defending high ground will be quite good. I mean, that's a great find on the Monet, but can they actually follow it up? The damage, it's there. He has no BKB, but the Inkswell just gets him out of dodge. And the pullback instead, the Reaper Scythe onto both, but the BKB out from B2. He's got to start finding his kills. There's going to be the Aegis. It gets claimed. NTS still has that. I mean, he's got so much regen going his way.
Nice banter dodge.
He's trying his best.
Dieback.
Yeah, that is indeed a dieback. Ramses gets caught super deep on the other side of the base here, and NTS sitting so aggressive. Same with Bobica, looking for an opening here, seeing who he can find. Bloodright creating a little bit of space. Great charge through, but again, these ink swells are just doing way too much, and V2 melts under the damage of this Klinks and Chaos Knight. And with 2 dead without any buybacks, NTS feeling so dang confident. Solo just dumping in the damage that he can. Inkswell will protect him for the moment. And Monet goes in. Do they have detection? They don't. I mean, they're just... I feel like 9 Pandas here is just kind of waiting for G2.iG to try and go in the fountain, right? Like, there's no other real hope, I think, at this point.
Yeah, they're in the state of the game, which is just... you know what? It's about to end, boys. It's been a good tournament. Smile. We tried our best. Let's just click some buttons, you know? They're in there kind of the final vibes. I think so in the Spirit Breaker.
I mean, the chain stun is there. Oh my gosh, the counter Inkswell from X-Nova. He keeps him alive. NTS back to complete full HP. And oh boy, that is a meat grinder there in terms of damage. They just get completely slaughtered. Everybody on 9 Pandas forced back into the fountain is G2.iG here to celebrate with the team shower in the enemy team in face. So good stuff.
Victory to